Excuse me? Can you tell me where I can find Julian Spencer? I'm looking for a lawyer.
Mental Anguish is a story of a client and a lawyer. The client comes into the law office to bring a suit related to a recent breakup that she's just had. It's about power and entitlement. She starts out weak and depressed, and at the peak of the movie you figure out that the lawyer is actually the person who caused her breakup, and the power shifts.
He wouldn't return my calls.
People always ask if it comes from life, but it's a story. You know, I do write screenplays and short stories and short scripts that span a range. You know, I do have, mystery and a sci-fi and dramas and even some things that are mildly humorous, but most of the things that I write seem to have a relationship theme, not necessarily just men and women, but parents and children, brothers and sisters, and that's definitely true for Mental Anguish too. It's about relationships, and so stuck with theme. This was my first short film. I had really very little, almost no on-set experience prior to this, so I looked to a friend of mine, Rich Newman, to help me pull it all together. And he was actually the director on this film. I did a posting on austinactors.net. After going through all that and interviewing a number of people, I ended up going with Allison, who's in the Austin Screenwriters Group, and Peyton, who I had worked with on another short film and knew pretty well. The Austin Screenwriters Group meets first and third Saturdays of every month. There's a pretty steady group of people that come every time. Afterwards, we go out. Sometimes we have a beer, sit around and talk. And in one of those occasions, we figured out that we had editors and producers and directors and lighting and sound all within the group. So we decided to use the talents in the group, offer our services to each other, and bring a bunch of short scripts to film. So we've done about, I guess we've done 8 to 10 of them, different people playing different roles. And it's been pretty exciting. It really does change the way that you write once you've actually been involved on the production end. And it gives you a lot more perspective.
Well, I don't think you have a good case here with all these names. You won't win in court. Maybe if we just concentrate on the last one.
When I work on a short film that's mine now, and I have done others since this, I spend a lot of time in preparation. I spend a lot of time getting the shot list just right. I spend a lot of time storyboarded. I've done, shot tests. With Mental Anguish, we had 6 shots on the list. And at the end of the day, the director and the DP kind of looked through the list and they said, well, we think we got it all. But I had a feeling, that there was more that I wanted to get, and it wasn't really evident until we started editing that there were a couple other things I would have liked to have picked up, and I didn't want to spend another $1,000 doing that.
But my counselor says that depression is anger turned inward, and that I have to find a way to express my anger. Know a good attorney? I need a reference.
My plan is I'm going to write this great feature and then I'm going to use the connections and the expertise that I have developed and will develop doing short films to bring that feature to screen. I do have 9 scripts at this point, but there are a couple I think with some editing might be that script, you know, with a little rewrite, but I'm not going to say that I'm there yet. People ask me, you know, if I'm going to move to LA, and the answer is no. You know, I'd rather try and be a bigger fish in a small pond than be sucked up by the sea. People are very cooperative and helpful and giving and open, even though every single production is different, involves different personalities. I think that there's overall something more pleasant about being in Austin.